Get a good look at him. This is one guy, Pam. We'll be looking at him in our rearview mirror soon. Bigger and better things. He has talent. He likes yachts, and he's reporting from the ball. But no, he does. This kid's actually good.
Yeah,
It's Grant Lodes live. Grant.
The king of KRON, Gary Radnich, full of lies, as always. We are live at McCovey Cove. You see all the boats here. You see the fans inside AT&T Park. Chuck, go ahead and push in because they got those towels waving. They are ready for the first pitch. It hasn't happened yet, but if last night was any indication, tonight is going to be quite electric. Our final option is that the Tigers are going to somehow come back and win this thing, and something tells me that will be the least popular response on our KRON4 Facebook poll, but we will just have to wait and see. We'll have those results coming up later in the show. And Gary and Pam, I know you guys are professionals. You are journalists, so you would never do something like put this panda hat on your head while you're working, right?
Gary would.
No, I would not. That kid's never going to make it. When there's a game 5 minutes away and he's playing with a hat, just terrible journalism. Terrible journalism. No, that guy, Pam, get a good look at him. You won't be seeing him in about a year.
Well, what about Justine Waldman?
Yeah.
She's already also out at AT&T Park tonight. Justine.
Oh, geez, stop it. What in the hell's the matter with people? Pam, there's a game in 5 minutes. Don't they feel the pressure? Justine, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm going to Aaron Perro now. I will not work on a show where it's just you're just trying to attract an audience through silliness. This is journalism.
Well,
oh, gosh.
Gary, I almost wore a beard, a fear the beard, but I thought this might be a little more appropriate.
Oh.
Anyway, Grant and I are going to have a contest to see who wore the panda hat better, because we are just some of the many Pablo Sandoval fans who are willing to wear something this ridiculous to support number 48, because pandemonium has now taken over. Here's Pablo Sandoval.
We've got an email segment that we do with my wife every week, but Grant, at least you know Grant goes one better. His wife works at KRON, does the morning news.
Right.
Is this the first time you two have worked together?
It is, but we don't have our own segment yet.
No, we don't need your own segment.
You'll work up to that.
No, but are there many husbands and wives in the country that do that?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe we could get like a double date one night, you know? Like you and Alicia, bring Justine in.
That's
you have to wake her up, but you know, we can get her in.
Yeah. Okay, no, but anyway, you see Grant's wife works the early morning. Do you guys ever see each other? Because you're,
No.
Well, that's good for the marriage. Because I go home between all the shows and Lacey's kind of tired.
It's like we're traveling on business all week.
Yeah, that's great. All right, will you check this out, see if it works, maybe get the segment.
Some scientific truth behind what's often called the 5-second rule. Grant is here with the new research.
I mean, who are these scientists who decide that this is what they're working on? Well, if you haven't heard it, there's an old saying that if you drop your food on the floor and pick it up in less than 5 seconds, still good to eat. Now, researchers are saying the old adage is true. A study by Aston University in England found the faster people pick up food that they've dropped, the less chance there is that bacteria will get on the food. 5 seconds or less seem to be the safest time limit. The study also found carpet is the safest surface off which to eat this food, since bacteria doesn't get stuck to it as easily as, say, a tile or laminated surface. That surprised me. I would think it would be easier to clean a tile surface.
Yeah, and you're certainly hoping this is not happening in restaurants.
Like that.
Like this one. It's funny because when we were kids, we used to, if we would drop something on the ground, we'd pick it up real fast and say, kiss it up to God, to try to keep the germs off. That was our whole thing going on in our head. Well, I'm still here. I haven't passed out yet, so I guess it worked.
All right, so I eat these like every day, peanut butter filled pretzels.
Okay.
This isn't the floor, but I'm sure it's not sterile.
Okay, but I'm not going to join you in this.
No? Okay, well, you still, what? 5-second rule. I feel fine.
And he's still alive,
I feel fine.
Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Grant,
great.
for that demonstration. We talked about this last night. You were so excited.
And I don't think the smile has left my face. I consider myself typically a happy guy, but Pam, I'm through the roof. It was the most unbelievable thing I have ever done. We did flips, we did dips, we broke the speed of sound, and I didn't throw up or pass out. Long way down. Is that an ambulance because somebody had a problem? Are you sure it's connected?
Everything is all ready for you.
What? Little herky-jerky. That was awesome. I'm Grant Lodes. This is Justine Waldman. We've been working really hard to find all the cool things around the Bay Area that you can do with your family this summer.
Make sure you watch our special this Friday night at 9, KRON4's Summer Family Adventures. Want to go again?
Yeah, let's go. That's going on inside, and we'll have kickoff in a little while, but all day in the parking lot behind us, people have been tailgating. If you want to get here early, today's the day to do so, and Justine Waldman joins us now. You've been out there with the fans all day, and you've been to the stick several times, but did it feel different this time?
It did. Fans they're sad. They're definitely excited to be at a football game, and they're always excited whenever there's a game at the stick, but there's definitely a sense of fans feeling a little nostalgic and sentimental and trying to take it all in and definitely making a party out of it. There's no holding back during a tailgate if you think it might be the last one ever.
He's been following this crime-fighting adventure all day. Grant.
That's right, Pam. This is just one of those stories where you say, OMG. Before today, we knew Miles only by this picture that the Make-A-Wish Foundation shared with us, but this morning, Miles literally transformed himself into Bat Kid. You see him there, and he transformed the country into a bunch of Bat Kid fans obsessed with the little guy's brave battle with cancer and his heroic day fighting crime, keeping Gotham City safe. The big day started at 10 a.m. when he left the Grand Hyatt in Union Square in his Batmobile there, a donated Lamborghini. From Union Square, he answered a call for help in Russian Hill. That's where a damsel in distress was rescued from the cable car line. Hyde between Union and Green was flooded with people. Bat Kid jumped into action, rescuing the damsel. She was tied up on the cable car tracks, and a suspicious device, that green thing, needed to be disarmed. No problem for Bat Kid. Gets a big, long hug, eventually a kiss from his damsel. And that's where KRON4's Justine Waldman met with Bat Kid. Justine eventually made her way to City Hall for the key ceremony and the grand finale. And that is where Justine somehow got close enough to Miles to snap this picture. She tweeted it out at Justine Waldman, and now people on the Twitter are saying she's leaving me for Bat Kid, saying I should be jealous. Well, Justine, let's set the record straight. Is our marriage over? Have you moved on to a real life, albeit 5-year-old superhero? Tell me it's not the case. Say it ain't so.
No, Grant, I still love you, but I do love our little Bat Kid. He was such a hero today, and while his adventures did end here at City Hall, it was at AT&T Park where the Caped Crusader saved the day.
Gotham will be mine. Come Wednesday night.
Which could be Game 6, but we don't think there's any way that the series is going to come back to San Francisco for Game 6. We do want to show you a couple key moments, though, from the Giants' win tonight in Detroit. The Tigers fans fired up, saying it's Tiger Town. San Francisco has quite a different agenda, though. Top 2, no score. Gregor Blanco, this was the big hit. Takes Anibal Sanchez off the right center field wall. Hunter Pence comes in to score 1-0 Giants. The Giants, for the second game in a row, notching a 2-0 victory. 2 straight shutouts. And the Giants, in their past 6 games, dating back to the Cardinals series, have outscored their opponents 32-4.
Wow.
Let's go Giants.
Customs officials say the sender back in Berlin was given a postal violation. Those bugs were euthanized in alcohol. Yuck.
I'm glad they were able to find them through the x-ray machine.
One actually made it.
Oh!
That's awful. That's awful.
Now that I totally did not expect.
I'm going to have a hard time sleeping just thinking about that crawling around.
It's not dead.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
Thank you, Grant.
What is the science behind sexy accents? In the case of James Bond, it's the right kind of British accent. They have him speaking Queen's English.
Nothing does it for me like an upper Midwest, like a Fargo.
Yeah.
I just love.
Yeah, upstate Wisconsin.
What happened?
That's where you're from.
Well, no, it's not where I'm from. I worked there.
Oh,
I
you
worked
worked
in
there.
Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say Australian.
Sure.
Okay. Australian accent, yeah.
I'm from Philly. We have horrible accents. It's like,
really?
Oh yeah, we'll go over to the corner store, get a half-dozen coconut donuts, and then come back and we'll eat them all up and then watch the birds.
Yeah. There's some parallels with Wisconsin.
I'm telling
Canada,
you. They're my people.
Several years ago, the FDA warned against buying that milk, but it doesn't seem to be stopping some of those die-hard bodybuilders now. Well, if you are hungry tonight, this next story may or may not help out. Grant is here to fill us in on a new culinary creation. I don't know about this one, Grant.
I'm also not sure about drinking breast milk to get bigger. We have plenty at my place. You come over, the fridge, the freezer, packed, but I stick to 1%.
Well, that's being the new dad, of course.
I don't know. I mean, I could use muscles, but not at that cost. You mentioned this, and this has a ton of people talking tonight. Bacon wrap pizza. They are the Undead Betty's. Hey, the Undead Betty's roller derby team. They're based out of Antioch. They've been beating each other up. They're going to continue to do that throughout the weekend, along with all the other stuff going on here, the rides, the food, the games. Earlier today, because I can't really skate, I tried to walk on water. Yeah, that didn't go so well either. Here we go. Walking on water. Nothing to it, right? Nothing to it. Whoa! All right, get back up. If you fall, get back up and run like a gerbil, right? Man, that's tiring. Whew. This is nice, though. This is kind of my idea of a good time. Not necessarily walking on water, lying on it. Whoa, 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 come on. What was the foul there?
No, she called it off.
Oh, all right. Well, whatever.
There was less than 2 minutes left.
Less than 2 minutes left in the half. If you guys play fantasy roller derby, you want to pick up number 241. She's a beast out there, just wrecking people, elbows. I really have no control over this thing. Anyway, the Contra Costa County Fair, this is the most fun I've had working in years. I really encourage you guys to come out. It's going on till Sunday. I'm going to keep coming into you. 11 in the morning it starts. It ends at like midnight, so you can be here all day and you can see this business. It is fun for the whole family. It is awesome. Only $8 for adults and $5 for kids. Thanks, Jeff. We're going to keep doing this because how do you stop? Do you use this like front thing? I don't know. I'm going to fall. Anyway, Catherine, I miss you, but I've had a good time today.
You are a brave man. That's all I can say. All right, thank you, Grant Lodes.
I'm a dumb man. No. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not. Thank you, Grant.
Grant, you're starting to emerge. I mean, the people are probably sending stuff your way.
No.
Okay, all right. And you would probably give it back because of the journalist that you are.
Yeah, I've decent integrity.
So see how I worked it? So Pam takes hers. What do you think of Pam for accepting gifts?
I didn't say I take gifts.
You're a little pot stirrer. You know, you just...
I just would like to know that...
Chef Gary. Hey everybody, welcome into Dogs, Dogs, and More Dogs. I'm Grant Lodes.
And I'm Justine Waldman.
My beautiful wife and I are thrilled to be here at the 2014 Golden Gate Kennel Club Dog Show at the Cow Palace. We love dogs. We know you love dogs, and if you kind of sort of like them, I bet you'll love them by the end of today.
Our dog Donuts is at home watching on TV just like you are. And a little bit earlier, I got a chance to go behind the scenes with the sporting group as they got ready for a big day of competition.
If you watch the Kardashians, I know many people in the KRON4 audience have, but when Kim's not on the show, it drags. In fact, the one 17-year-old is now dating Tigra, a rap artist.
This is horrible.
No, it's not horrible. I'm so tired of you kids, you know, all you guys keep your nose to the grindstone. Live a little bit, you know?
Through the eyes of the Kardashians?
If you
no, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Really? That bad?
Yeah,
okay,
it's that bad.
All right.
When you're using your valuable time on the Kardashian empire, it's that bad.
I'm going to tell this right to Grant's face. The next time you and your wife do a special, dogs, and dogs, click. The Raiders are signing players whether you've heard of them or not. You're probably right, Grant.
People don't want to hear your take on the Kardashians. I mean, you have a lot of value. You know, all your wisdom, 30 years here at KRON. They want to hear you wax poetic about the sports and a little banter with Pam maybe, but you on the Kardashians? Really?
See, you're never too old to learn. Thank you, Grant. We got exhibition baseball, Giants and A's. Here we go from the desert. You happy now?
You are rolling now.
See, I learned a little something from you. So that was more entertaining to you.
Hearing you get all fired up about some spring training baseball, yeah. That's the stuff right there. That is the stuff.
Yeah, Pam's supposed to have my back. She just left me out here. Let Grant beat me up. Hey, Mayweather, Pacquiao.
Now to the latest topic to just go buck wild on the internet, and this one really got out of hand quickly. What color is this dress? On our website, hundreds of you have voted in our poll. What do you see? Just over half the people see white and gold in that original picture posted. 34% see blue and black, yes.
No.
And 12% see a different color.
Purple and green. How
Purple
about that?
and, okay, so Pam throws a new twist into
white and gold.
Okay, well, we have an esteemed fashion panel, always well-dressed, Pam, Catherine, Vanessa. I initially saw white and gold, no questions asked.
Thank you.
And then I saw another, right now I see blue. So this is why people
are just trying to be in both categories. You can't.
No, I'm not. I'll take a stand when necessary.
There are bad photos of the dress, and then there's like a good photo of the dress. It boils down to that.
And if you hate this topic, at least there's not a Kardashian involved.
Yes, all right. True.
Hey, on our website, we have a lot on the story. You can vote in our poll. You can see several articles on the topic. Thank you for humoring us. And as you can see, people still don't agree on what color that dang dress is. You get a good look at this, Gary. They cannot keep these things on the shelves. And our director at KRON, Dan, said only women and males under the age of 12 wear these. So, you know, here it goes.
Oh, my gosh.
Pretty good?
Now, you can get away with it. I'm just curious, this is a crazy thing asking a guy with the panda hat on. Is this the first time, now you're a sportsman, is this the first time you've ever stood outside at a World Series?
No. It's a great story. When I was working in Fort Myers, Florida, for an NBC affiliate there, they sent me up to Boston when the Red Sox were in the World Series, because the Red Sox trained in Fort Myers. That's where they had spring training. So you're a little market in Fort Myers, you get a spring training team, they become a team you follow all season. So when the Red Sox made it to the World Series, you know, at the last minute, the news director says, oh, let's go up, let's have a presence there. But there wasn't time to get me credentialed. So we didn't have any credentials, but they sent us up anyway. We stood outside the ballpark, similar to this. I never made it into Fenway. I've never been to Fenway. But I did cover, technically, the Red Sox in the World Series in Boston back in 2007.
Pretty good. Hey, Grant, how long were you in Fort Myers?
About 2.5 years. That's where I met the lovely Justine Waldman, by the by.
Yeah, no, that is cute. No, really. No, you know what a nice couple is? Because normally in our business, it's just a ratty profession. But they have, no, you know what I mean? There's nobody, it's just a rough. But Grant is married to this next young lady,
right,
and they're very, very sweet. In fact, it was cute. If you saw the top of the 5, yeah, she had the panda hat on,
yes,
and then she had her better half wearing a panda hat later. If that isn't love, let's go out to Justine Waldman, who, oh my God, all right, that's enough. All right, Justine, what's going on out in front of the stadium?
Well, Gary, you know how they say couples, after a while, they start dressing like each other? Maybe that's what Grant and I are doing.
No, that's really cute. No, well, forget the rest of this stuff. People who are interested in the game or watching the game. How long have you and Grant been married?
Oh, we're going to get into this now? We just celebrated our 2-year wedding anniversary.
Great. And that was kind of the goal, that you would kind of follow each other across the country?
Yeah, we're together for life, so wherever one of us goes, the other one will go.
Well,
like we're both here at AT&T Park. I know. I know you have a lot of advice for us for a long, happy marriage. Sometimes you work with your wife, so you know what it's like.
No, I don't share anything. That's why I've been so happy. I keep everything to myself. But my point is, that is so cute that you guys are both young and happy. So if Grant gets a big job, you'll be leaving us too in the next year.
I mean, Gary, let's not go there right now. We love San Francisco. We get to cover the World Series. The Giants are playing in a World Series game behind me right now here at AT&T Park. This is a dream come true for both of us. And I'm really happy I'm wearing this hat. It's getting a little cold outside. I know you have some issues with it, though I want to get you one to wear. If I got you one to wear, would you wear it?
Hell no.